As we look at kart 733, the dominating Alexander Veit from the Heat 1 of this, the KZ2 race over here in Jesolo in Italy. Is he going to be able to pull off a dominating performance yet again? We'll be able to pay some close attention to starting on the back of the grid is kart 741, Max Leudl, after problems off the start and into the first corner in the first race. Got a lot of work to do, and we're away on this 20-lap race, now basking in glorious sunshine in this Italian resort, and it really posed some great feuds at the beginning of this race, and in fact second and third were dueling all the way through to the end. So that was Nico Neumann and Philipp Moitzi. So what are we going to see here in the second race? Well, at the moment was it Nico Neumann that has made the whole shot? We'll have to see either when I get a closer view of the actual number, or as they come across the line, as they come through to complete the first lap of these 20. And it is indeed, it's Nico Neumann. Second is Christoph Reif. So it's all changed at the start here. I want to see where kart number 741, Max Leudl is. Where has he got himself? Up to 8th already on that first lap. 16th, and he's up to 8th position already. That is absolutely staggering. Wow, where can Max Leudl get to here? We'll just keep paying close attention to kart 741, Max Leudl. He's going to be furious that it certainly bogged down in the start, but he's going to be looking to make up those positions. Fastest lap on that one was Christoph Reif with a 49.455. There's going to be some more speed to come, because the fastest lap was a 46.097 in Heat 1 that was posted by Janez Pnea. That with the conditions now, I'd say there's a good chance we're going to complete that. Nico Neumann's now the fastest, 46.858, so they're back down where we'd expect them to be. Obviously standing start, unlike a lot of them, so that was a time off of a standing start, which is going to without doubt make a obvious statement. It's going to make a big difference. Unfortunately, I think 774 was either a non-starter or an instant retirement. We saw one bogged down on the start. Whether that was a problem straight away, it's difficult to tell. We got Alexander Veit, the winner of Heat 1. He's currently running in third, but he's putting some great pressure on Christoph Reif as they come through to complete their third lap, and Alexander Veit is now the fastest, but that's just been beaten by Max Leudl, kart 741, up to 7th already. He's coming to get you. He's looking to join in the front battle here, but at the moment pulling away is Nico Neumann, kart 717. He's going to be trying to make sure he can leave everybody behind as much as he can. He's got himself a nice lead at the moment. It was over a second already. As we look, 741, that was Max Leudl, and it looks like he's about to be making a move on another one of his victims. And I think every kart in front of them is going to be feeling like victims. That must be Mario Urban that he's coming up against next, kart 737. As our leader goes through to complete the fourth lap. Max Leudl has already taken Mario Urban, so he's up to that 6th position from 16th. So he's made up 10 positions already. You wouldn't put any money on him not being able to make any more. You can see he's already closed on to what is a 3-car battle, which must be Alexander Veit, Janez Pnea and Philipp Moitzi. And they're all tussling amongst themselves, so he's going to be looking to cash in on them, tussling with each other, just holding each other up that little bit. Our leader's perfectly happy for them to all be dueling behind him, because it's just enabling Nico Neumann to just eke out a bit of a lead here as they come round now to complete quarter race distance. So this will be the 5th lap of the 20. And I think that was Max Leudl about to make another move there. We'll have to see whether he's made it up as they come across the line. So what position has he got himself up to now? Waiting for the time. He's up to that 5th, so he's taken Philipp Moitzi. Next target is Janez Pnea, and it looks like there's a good chance, because he was about 0.3 of a second faster on that last lap, so there's no betting that by the time they come across the line again that Max Leudl could be up to, what is that, 4th position from 16th on the grid. This is staggering. In fact, I think he has done it already. I didn't quite catch the number of the kart that was behind him, but I have a feeling he may have made that move already, and he can then start closing down on the rest. Of course, he doesn't want to stick behind any of these for too long if he's able to, because he wants to start closing on the leader. And he has already got past Janusz Pneja. His next target is Christoph Reith. So that's 6 laps down, and he's up to 4th position, and he is lapping faster than our leader. So once he gets the clear air, there's no saying he won't be able to. And there he is, 741. He is ahead of what was that cart number? I think was that Janusz that he's managed to get ahead of. 724 is his next target, Christoph Reith. But he's about a second a lap quicker, so there's every chance that by the time he comes across the line for what I, from the top of my memory, is going to be the 8th lap, is it? No, 7th lap they are about to complete. Yep, so our leader's just completed 7th lap, and Max Leudl is up to 3rd. He's on the podium. He's already taken Christoph Reith. He's 0.6 of a second faster than the second place man, Nico Neumann. Sorry, Nico Neumann's our leader, so it's Alexander Veit. Sorry, so I missed that Alexander Veit has managed to get 2nd place ahead of Christoph Reith, but Max Leudl has also taken Christoph Reith. It's so all going on here to try and pay attention to everything, keep up to speed with the lot. This is where the lead driver could do with the two-way radio they have in Formula 1, so he could warn him, there's a Max coming to get you. He's going to be chasing him down. I have a feeling he's managed to take that 2nd place already, has he? As our leader comes across to complete the 8th lap. Oh, and the timing's just flicked over at the wrong time for me there to be able to make quick, immediate sense of it. As I'm trying to make sense with the sun glaring off the karts, it makes that a little bit harder. No, it's still Alexander Veit at the moment. In fact, Max Leudl's down to 6th now, so something happened there. He got himself up to 3rd, but Max Leudl is down to 6th. Good grief. He obviously was enjoying battling through the field so much he wants to have another go. Is he going to be able to do it? So he's behind Philip Moitzi, who's in 5th. Janusz Pneja is in 4th. Christoph Reith's back up to 3rd. Alexander Veit, as we said, has got himself up to 2nd. Our leader is still cantering away, Nico Neumann. And if we got there, that's 775. Which is, no, it's obviously not 775. I misread that because there isn't a 775. The excitement's getting the better of me here. And as we look at our leader coming up against a back marker. Oh, and the back marker just closed up. There was the blue flag, but the nose was chopped off of our leader. Fortunately, it didn't take him out, but that will have cost him some time. So Nico Neumann just having his... Oh, and look at this, a 5-car train all encountering that back marker at the same time. Oh, no, the back marker's right in the way. That's 776. Just encountered everybody at the wrong time. That must have been 766, was it? Sebastian Lescoche? No, that can't be right. Couldn't quite make out the number of it. Or was it 778? Tomislav Wojnik, potentially there. Whew. After all that drama, and we take breath, we have our leader still has survived the nose cutting off there by the back marker. Nico Neumann still in the lead. 2nd is Alexander Veit. Then it's Christoph Reith. Max Leudl has got himself back up to 4th, so he dropped down to 6th. He's got himself back up to 4th. And remember, he had reached the dizzy heights of 3rd, considering he'd started 16th. That is an incredible performance. In fact, I made a mistake. That wasn't Sebastian Lescoche, that was a back marker, because he's running in 9th after starting 13th. So that's another great performance by Sebastian Lescoche in kart 766. Look at this. What a 741 there. There was Max Leudl at the back of that 3-car train at the moment, as we know, in 4th. Alexander Veit at the head of it. In the middle of the sandwich was Christoph Reith. And then it was kart 741, Max Leudl. Still got time to make the move. We're only just over halfway through this race, so he could still do it. And he's still got the fastest lap of the race at the moment, 45.746. So that's even faster than the fastest lap in Heat 1, that was a 46.0. So bringing it down. Over the line comes our leader. He's got to stretch that to, it must be approaching 2 seconds, that lead that he's managed to get this time. No, 1.588. It's very deceiving. So it's Alexander Veit. Max Leudler's got himself up to third again, so he's back on that bottom step of the podium. He's made himself the sandwich between Alexander Veit and Christoph Reith. As we look behind our leader, you see the three of them still joined together, and in fact I think they're about to be joined by Janez Pnea, who put in his fastest lap of the race of 46.018. So he can see the battle in front of him and wants to join it, make it a 4-kart train. And our leader comes across to complete his 13th lap. Yep, that's the 13th lap completed. Max Leudler was only 0.1452. In fact, no, he hasn't quite made it, but yeah, you can see he's glued to the back of the kart 733 Alexander Veit. Alexander Veit, remember, he had a dominant win in Heat 1. Well, Nico Neumann's the dominant one in this heat. Oh, and did we have the move there? Have we seen Max Leudler make that move? He's been threatening it for some time. Remember, he started 16th on the grid. He's got himself into third. Is that now a second position? I'm just trying to see when I'm at an angle where the sun isn't glinting off them, making it tricky for me to see. I have a suspicion he has made it, as our leader, unchallenged at the moment, comes across and completes 14th lap, and it is indeed Max Leudler has made that move. He's up to second. He's now got a clear track in front of him, and he can see that target. That target is Nico Neumann. He's determined to try and get back up after starting in pole in Heat 1 and finishing out of the race, therefore last. He wants to get that first position, and he's going to do it in style, but surely that's too far. 1.5 seconds behind as they crossed the line last time. Surely that can't be caught up now with only 6 laps to go, or 5.5 laps to go now. He's going to try his best though. Let me have a look as the screen flicks over to see what his lap times are. He's doing 46.1s compared to 46.2, so it's only about 0.1 of a second difference between the two. But what's the clear air going to mean? Oh, and he was down into the 45, so I think he may have eaten into that by a good half a second there. 5 laps left to go. Interestingly is that he's not leaving Alexander Veit completely behind, so the gap's down to 1.1 with 5 laps left to go. And you can actually, that gap is coming down visibly. He's not having to battle ahead to get ahead of anybody else now, and he's not having to defend from any karts behind him, so his track is clear, and he's trying to close down on our leader. Is he going to be able to do it? We've got just over 4 laps remaining. We have this right-hander, then another right-hander, the left-hand kink to onto the start-finish straight, then the timesheet's going to tell us the truth. Is he being able to close down? Across they go. You can see how much closer he is. There's no question about it, and there's a back marker just in front. Hope it doesn't come into play too bad. It's down to 0.8 the lead, so he is definitely closing. Max Leudler is coming to get you, Nico. Nico's still putting in very rapid times. And he has now managed to pull away from the third place kart, which is Alexander Veit at the moment. Is Alexander Veit going to be able to make that 2 podiums out of 2? Obviously he finished on the top step last time. He still can't be disappointed with 2 podiums, albeit this one's on the third, not his preferred. Look how close Max Leudler is getting. This is just absolutely incredible. Nico Neumann was in a class of his own at the front of the field, but Max Leudler has battled his way from last on the grid. Oh, and there was a late lunge. Oh, and there's contact and there's a spin. Who are those 2 karts? Oh, they're not very happy there. I don't think they're going to be too happy with that one. Unfortunately, I didn't quite catch the numbers, but I think there's going to be a stern word. Look at that. Our leader is right on to... Sorry, Max Leudler is right onto the back of our leader now. And he's looking to do it. What have we got left? We got 2 and a bit laps left to go. There's every chance he can make it. Look how close he is. He's glued to the back of him from 16th on the grid, and he's now putting pressure on our leader. Our leader must be gutted. He had such a dominant gap back to second, and I think the move was made there. Max Leudler took the inside line. As we look, yes, I believe he has made it. Nico Neumann must be devastated with that. You can almost see that his shoulders are slunk down. He had a commanding lead, but there's no answer that he could give for that absolutely astounding pace and astounding racecraft to battle through from 16th on the grid to take the lead with just 2 laps left to go. Next time round they'll take the last lap board. As we look behind to see what's going on, it's a bit more spread out now, and it's all changed. What's gone on there? Janis Pneja is in 3rd, Filip Moitzi is in 4th, so Alexander Veit must have had a problem because he was down in something like 9th, I think he was there. I do apologise, we missed that off camera, but I didn't quite see that happen. He's not going to be happy after a win. Where is... yeah, he's down in 9th. Oh dear, so is that a retirement or did he just lose it and regain it? We'll have to tell. They're on their last lap now, and Max Leudl is just stretching away from 16th on the grid. I'm running out of superlatives for that performance by Max Leudl from last on the grid with the disappointment of that Heat 1. You can't say it was red mist because he'll have had time to have calmed down, but he fought his way up, and he's had to do it twice because he was up to 3rd, then something happened, he was back down to 6th. But here he comes across to take that checkered flag. No wonder he punches the air. An outstanding performance by Max Leudl. He has managed to come through to take that victory from Nico Neumann in 2nd place. Unbelievable. No wonder that they clap hands together. Nico Neumann knows how well Max Leudl did there. That's great sportsmanship there. It was good, clean racing throughout. When Nico knew that he'd made the move, there was no forceful close. Good, solid racing by these two. That was an outstanding KZ2 Heat 2 race. So won by 741 Max Leudl. In 2nd, kart 717 Nico Neumann. In 3rd was 759 Janis Pneja, which means that something obviously happened in sort of about 2 or 3 laps from the end. 4th was 790 Filip Moitzi. In 5th was 737 Mataz Dominko. In 7th, 766 Sebastian Lescoche. That's a good performance. He started in 13th and has come through to finish 7th. Then it's 777 Luka Voynich-Putza. And in 9th was 713 Alexander Hauser. 10th, 703 Nai Istvan. And in 11th, that's 733 Alexander Veit. He only was showing as a lap down, so he obviously had a bit of a problem and then carried on circulating. Was there contact? Unfortunately, I didn't see it. And I suspect that was with Christoph Reith, because finishing in 12th was 724 Christoph Reith, and we know they were having a titanic tussle all the way through. So I suspect that there was a bit of contact there. 13th, 795 Galaxy Sandor. 14th, 789 Christoph Moser. And in 15th position, few laps down, 778 Tomislav Voynich-Putza. Cracking race in Heat 2 of the KZ2 here at Jesolo.